Good morning, happy Saturday, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. I'm Lily, and I'm delighted I'm going to be with you for the full day here on Crafters TV. We've got an absolutely cracking day lined up, so much to share with you, so much crafty inspiration, lots of amazing deals, some incredible offers, and of course, I'm not on my own. Thank goodness for that. You guys at home are thinking I am joined by the lovely Corrine Robinson. Good morning, Corrine.
Good morning.
Are you well?
I am. I'm really well. Yes, exciting day. Look about getting messy. We've got some Colour Me Happy. It's a sale, but I'm going to show you lots of techniques with all the different products. We've got shimmer ink pads that are going to be in my craft along. We've got pens, we've got pencils, we've got ink pads, we've got the lot.
Absolutely. I have to say this day is right up my street. As I'm sure a lot of you guys at home know, I love my colouring, I love my ink pads. If you've not already got those shimmer ink pads, you're definitely going to have them by the end of the day. Corrine is definitely going to be inspiring you with the most amazing craft along. I know she shared a sneak peek of that just last night, and if you've seen that, you're going to know that you need those shimmer ink pads. If you missed out on birthday, you'll be picking them up today, that is for sure. Lots to come throughout the day, amazing savings, amazing offers. We're still continuing with our National Craft Month. We're in the storage week this week, which is fabulous. If you're like me and you need to sort out that storage.
We were talking about this, weren't we, just a few minutes ago?
Dear. Less said about this, the better. But my storage situation, shall we say, needs a little bit of care and attention. As I'm sure you guys know, I talk about it all the time. I've got a lot of craft stuff. And if you're just like me and you need to sort out your craft rooms, get yourself over to the website. We've got saving 15% on selected Crafters Companion and Spectrum Raw storage. So lots in there, lots to go at. And as well, perhaps you're a fan of Totally Tiffany. Her organisation system is absolutely amazing. Lots of you guys at home are a big fan of her products. And if you are, you're going to want to get yourself over to that website. We've got some amazing Totally Tiffany bundles, but only on offer for just this weekend. We've put them on the website this morning. They're going to be taken off tomorrow night at midnight, so make sure you snap those up because there's some absolutely incredible savings across the board. And of course, wow, so much to tell you about this morning. We've got so many good offers going off, not just on the shows, but on the website as well. We've also got that amazing spring sale. We say saving up to 70%, but if you actually go into the website, you'll see some savings of up to 80%. I mean, me and Ben had a die on the show last night, Corrine. It was about £1.
Oh, wow.
It was absolutely ridiculous. There were sort of prices I'd never seen before for that sort of price. Amazing. Treat yourself. Check out that spring sale. But talking of spring sales and daily deals, perhaps you've not been tuning in this week.
No, maybe not.
Maybe you've been at work in the week and this is the first day you've been tuning into Crafters TV. Well, we have had a very, very exciting little sort of deal going off this week. We've got this little creation here. This is our deal wheel, and every day this week we've been spinning that wheel, seeing where it lands. Where it lands, nobody knows, but wherever it lands, you're going to get a very special treat that's valued for this day and this day only. Lots of amazing offers in there. Could be 10% off. Yesterday we had a massive 15% off, maybe free gifts. We've got points incentives. Wherever it lands, let's be honest, it's going to be an absolute treat. So I've not done it yet. It's my turn to actually spin the wheel.
Right, I'll leave you to that and I'll go get ready for the first demo.
I'm very excited about this. I'm thinking, do you know what? Where is it going to go? Should we find out? Shall we? Spin the wheel. Where are we landing? Free gift. How exciting is that? So on every order that you're going to be placing today that's over £10 or $10, you're going to be getting yourself an incredible free gift. Wow, talk about an incredible weekend offer. If you're thinking of treating yourself this weekend, we're going to treat you as well. We're going to be giving you a free gift on every single order. I think I've done quite a good job with that one. Quite happy with giving you guys a free gift. So I'm going to make sure that that's going to be going into every order over £10 or $10. Absolutely incredible. What's the deal going to be tomorrow? We don't know, but we do know. Whatever it's going to be something super, super exciting. So do make sure you place an order today because that offer will be expiring at midnight tonight. So do make sure that you're checking out those baskets. Like we say, we've got so many crafty goodies to share with you throughout the day. We've got that craft along and then we've got our craft vault spring sale special tonight. But we'd love to see a little bit more inspiration. So Corrine, are you going to sort of inspire us with a few sneaky peeks of the sorts of things that we're going to be creating today? Oh,
I am, right, yes. And I'm going to pass you your board for Play Your Crafts Right. Do you want to take that on your way past while I inspire everybody?
Absolutely.
That haven't put it out. Right, now, the Shimmer ink pads is something that we are going to be focusing our craft along on. Look at these. They are a gorgeous ink pad, really, really juicy ink pad with all that shimmer in them. We say these are effectively our Centura Pearl card in an ink pad form. So you know how our Centura Pearl shimmers? Well, that's what you're going to get in these ink pads. So we've got one here that you can see. They go over your embossed folders really beautifully. You can use them through your stencils. And you can see as it's catching the light on there. Another one here with our stencils. Now I love this. We've put a little bit in the background and then we have really intensified the colour through a stencil and then just a little glossy highlight in the centre. Looks beautiful. But how about putting it on your cardstock that you're going to make your flowers out of so that it matches your background beautifully. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. Using one of our textured folders. Now you can stamp with them if you want to. They stamp beautifully, but because they're a pearlescent ink pad and they're a pigment ink pad, so that means that the molecules in the ink are much bigger, so they're much thicker, so they take a lot longer to dry. And because they take a lot longer to dry, that means you can heat emboss them too, and we're going to be doing that. Now look at that.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. I love this one that our Julia has done by using it as a stamp and then, you know, making it into a background and heat embossing. But doesn't that look so elegant through an stencil? Really, really beautiful. Just to show you a little bit of a hint, just to get to whet your appetite, this is what we're going to be making using the Shimmer ink pads later on this afternoon. So you can see I've used them here to heat emboss. I've used them here to make a background, then I've heat embossed over the top. We've double heat embossed to give you that sort of lovely rigidity, and then we've used a different stencil in here to make the little pockets. But again, and I've sprinkled glitter on as well as the embossing powder so that it, as well as shimmers, it glitters as well. And we're going to be making that later this afternoon. So there we go. So yeah, all of that, your Shimmer ink pads.
Wow, so excited. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. What a gorgeous project. You're definitely going to be wanting to pick up those Shimmer ink pads. Now, perhaps you missed out on these because when we did launch them, we launched them last October as part of our amazing birthday event. You know we bring you all the most incredible launches during our birthday event every single year, and they were so popular. They sold out pretty much within the first few days of us actually launching them, and it's taken us a little while to get them back in stock. I've got them back in stock just a few weeks ago, so maybe you missed out the first time round and you're thinking, right, it's my turn to sort of jump on that bandwagon, get myself some fabulous Shimmer ink pads. You are getting 10 within the collection, so a lovely range of different colours that's going to span that colour spectrum, so it doesn't matter what sort of project you're going to be creating. Perhaps you're into more masculine makes, maybe you're into you're really clean and simple, you're really arty, inky techniques. Whatever your sort of style, these are going to work absolutely perfectly. And just tilting that board ever so slightly, you can see that shimmer and shine. Corrine mentioned it earlier, they are almost like creating your own Centura Pearl, and that's exactly what it looks like. It almost looks like we've just cut these shapes out of some of our different colours of Centura Pearl. But of course you can create your own colours by blending them together, because they are pigment ink pads. What it allows you to do is it allows you to blend those colours beautifully. Because they have that longer open time with them being pigment inks, it allows you to have that time to actually blend them together and get those ombre effects. Also, the fact that they are pigment ink pads means they are slower drying. So like Corrine's shown on that project, you can actually heat emboss with these, stamp with them, emboss with them, ink with them. Perhaps you're bringing in your folders, your stencils, your die cuts. Whatever you're choosing to use these with, they're going to look absolutely amazing. 10 ink pads, platinum price is $43.13 or $57.53 for all of them. It's a full range. We're not omitting any of them. You're going to get every single colourway. That amazing brand new shape that we brought you with these shimmering pads. You've got that fine point, which is great for getting into those finer areas. Maybe you've got really delicate detail stamps and you need to get into those finer areas. That point is perfect for that. but for applying ink to larger areas, you've got that more broad side of the ink pad that's perfect for that. And the fact that we've got that lovely teardrop shape, not only do they look super pretty, I have to say, they're actually so easy to hold in your hand. So if you do struggle with dexterity issues, I do think you'll find these a lot easier to hold and a lot easier to work with. Amazing range of colours, amazing deal on these. Been out of stock for a while, like I say. Now is definitely the time to get your Shimmer ink pads. They're absolutely fabulous. But if you're thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to pop those in my basket, I'm definitely going to sort of have a little play with these. Don't forget, you are getting that free gift. Of course, it is over £10 or $10, so you're getting your free gift with this purchase. Now, we've shown you the colours, we've shown you what a great deal it is. Now I think the only thing left to show you is a little bit of inspiration. So we're going to go back over to Corrine, have a little play with these ink pads, I think.
We certainly are. Now there's lots of different ways you can use them, and I'm going to use them now with our embossing folders. So I've just got an embossing folder that one of the ones that I love to get out. This is my Elegant Swirls. It's from our 3D embossing folders. Now a lot of these are still on the website if you want to go and have a look, but the 3D embossing folders work so well with the Shimmer ink pads. Now it's a 6x4, so I've just cut it a slightly smaller so that it fits perfectly in there, and you can fold it up. You can actually see the colour. Now it's a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to have my clear cutting plate, I'm going to have my magnetic shim, and I'm going to have my plastic shim on top, and then I'm going to run that through my Gemini machine. So that's going to just give me the most amazing emboss. I always have to think a plate combination, but for 3D it's so easy. I just have to remember if I haven't done one for a while. Now look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
So
I'm going to come in.
Wow, look at the depth on that, even on white.
I
Incredible.
know. Even on white and white it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Wow.
Now what I've got is I'm going to use these three. So these are my three for this project. So we've got the Queen Bee, the Sugar Plum, and the Tropic Blue. I just thought there'd be a nice combination. So we're going to take this. Now I find they work better with these because of the thickness going dauber to ink pad.
Yes.
I don't tend to put them on the mat, because I'd find it harder to pick with these because of the pearlescent and the thickness. They're quite hard to pick up. And I also think if you can give them a really good squidge with your dauber, you're going to get the ink on there. Now we'll start sort of off the card and then come across. But look at that. Look at how beautifully that's coming on here. So what I'm going to do is I'll lay the first colour down, and I'm going to go quite heavy. If you wanted to letterpress with this, you could. By that we mean put the ink onto the embossing folder. But we can see, and I can see already, look at this, can you see how it's shimmering? The colour is so intense, and I want it to go right down into the grooves. If you need to, you can always get your little finger daubers, and we can come on here with a finger dauber, and we can really look at that, get into those grooves as well. It's entirely up to you. So there's my Queen Bee. Next one I'm going to go on with is my Sugar Plum. So I'm going to do exactly the same. Really pick up, look, you can see that ink on the dauber. And in a minute I'm going to show you. Now, when I first lay it down, let's come off here and bring it on. Look at that. It's a gorgeous burgundy. Would you call it? It's a lovely burgundy colour. But you have to work these through. So when you put it on, you might say, oh, it looks a little bit patchy, but don't worry about that, because all we're going to do is we're going to work it through. We're going to pick up that ink and come through here, and then just keep working through. What I also could do with is I've got half a piece of kitchen. I'm going to just grab that, because look, I can see I've got some red on my fingers, and I put it onto the yellow, but I can blend that out.
Just while you're blending, we'll say a few hellos. We've got lots of people joining us this morning, which is fabulous. We've got Corrine, we've got Gamma 5203, Nikki saying good morning. I've got Terry in, Zoe's in, Lois, Barbara, Lisa T. Oh, it's sunny down in Norfolk, but Carol is saying it's wet and soggy Cornwall. Kirsty D, oh, it's dull and overcast Teesside. Robin saying good morning, Amanda, Georgianne, Beth Ross, Stephen Nicole's in, Jane's in, Philip, Julie, Georgianne, Amanda, gosh, so many people joining us this morning. Jerry Johnson's in, Betty Weaver, Rachel. Oh, Sherry's very happy we've got a free gift. Val's looking forward to the shows. Kimberly's loving the colours of those ink pads, me too. Lynn Harvey's saying good morning, hoping we're having a good day. We certainly are. Anne's watching. Kimberly, Adriana, ooh, sounds like me. 2 more packages arrived. Sounds about right. Rachel's, ooh, her Once Upon a Time items arrived. How exciting is that? Charlotte saying good morning, and Terry Anderson's planning on crafting along, which is exciting. Yeah, definitely. If you are going to be joining Corrine and myself this afternoon and you are going to be crafting along, definitely do send in those pictures of when you've done your craft along.
Oh,
Super excited for that one. We do love seeing your makes and seeing your sort of take on our projects, which is fabulous. Oh wow, look at the colours build up, they're so intense.
Can you see?
They?
Now you do have to build it up. It does take a little bit of time. You know, it's one of those you're going to have to sort of build it up and build it up, but it will get there. They're a much thicker ink than your like your water reactives. Your water reactives are quite a thin ink, just so that they would react with the water. But you know, I can work it through and I can just keep building. But look at how that is shimmering on there. Look at that. Can you see? Isn't that beautiful? Once I put down the first, make sure I use the right rubber. Once I put down the first layer of colour, I'll then go back and I will blend the two. So you've got to work those together because they're quite nice and thick, but they will blend and give you perfect coverage and keep going. So you can see how it's really picking up. Let me go to that end and there. Look at that. You can just see, just with that little bit of working. Let's come back in with the blue again. Pick that up there and blend the two together.
And that's the thing about them having that longer open time, it allows you to do that, so you don't need to worry, you don't need to panic and think.
No, there's no rush.
Really absolutely not, no. And I think that's brilliant if you are a beginner, if you're new to your inks, it sort of takes that fear out of it. You know you've got that time to go back in and keep working it until you've got that result that you're really happy with. And wow, that looks so
But you can see it looks a little bit patchy, but if I just keep working, it looks patchier on the camera than it does here, but you can just see the colours start to work together. So you just got to work them in and do. Now, once I've got them to a point, I would possibly just go a little bit further with that. But once you've got it to a point, what I thought I would also do is just get a sanding block and just sand back the top. I know that sort of just seems a little bit counterproductive, but it just brings in another dimension. It just sort of adds a little bit of more texture.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what? I would never have thought of doing that, but wow, how effective is that? And it brings out that 3D embossing beautifully.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love to sand back, because this is why we love our white cord card with our embossing folders, because you can reveal that, but you know, effectively we've made that one. Now I've got one here where I have just worked a little bit longer with it, and you can see it looks exactly the same. But can you see how those colours just mix together? Now that's going to look absolutely beautiful just by putting it onto black. Now I do love using black with my coloured inks because I just think it makes it pop, and I will apologise now, you'll probably see quite a lot of it later. Look at that, Corrine, right, picked up the ink. You'll see quite a lot of it later in the Colour Me Happy, just because it shows it off so well. It's a technique that I will pick up quite a lot, you know, just to use. Oops, let's get that.
I'm exactly the same. I always say it time and time again, I'm a real champion of black card. It's quite funny, people sort of think, oh, adding black card is going to dull things down, but
no,
absolutely
it doesn't.
not. It makes those colours pop even more.
It does, makes them pop even more. And then I'm going to pop that onto my card blank, just make sure I just move that by accident. I love my wet glues because it allows you to move things, but then you also find that sometimes you move them accidentally, don't you, when you're putting them down and got that the right way.
It's when you're doing more than one mat and layer. What I try and do, if I'm being good at home, I'll do one mat and layer. I'll leave that to one side to dry before then I stick it onto my card base, and I'll try and work on something else before. But when you're in the middle of Crafty, you can't really think about that sort of thing, do you?
So put those onto there, looking beautiful. So I want to show you another way we can use the ink pads. Now I've just got my faux stitch circles, and I actually picked up, cut it out again. Let me just see here. Now this has been on here. These have been prepped for the longest time. Right, there you go. So I've cut another one out and just cut an inner one out, and I've just cut that out of our masking tape. You know, the roll. Yeah. I love that. Do you know, that's my best friend these days.
Do you know what? I'd almost forgotten about it, and I got it out again the other night, and I thought, oh, I need to use this more. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It's such a versatile product.
And I think it was I'm pretty certain it was in our sale. I'm sure it
was, yeah.
Sure I saw it.
Yeah.
Now, there's a reason I've not cleaned up my desk just yet, only because I'm going to be making it even muckier in a minute. So I've just put that on. So basically, all that's done is it's protected a very thin area around the outside. And I'm going to get my pink, sugar plum back out. And I'm just going to get that, and I'm just going to very lightly come round here. Now, I'm not trying to do it as dark as I've done it on the topper, but I'm just trying to bring that in, just so that we've got a bit of contrast. And you can't see it too much yet, but you wait. When I take off the masking tape, you will see it. So if you don't want them as intense, oops, yeah, you don't want to do that. Just put that back on. There we go, just caught it. There we go, pops it back on. If you don't want it as intense, you can go a lot more subtle. Let me just clean this up now.
And that's a brilliant thing with ink pads. It's completely up to you. You can build up that colour for a really intense look, or you can go really light.
Now, I don't know how much you can see that there, but as soon as I take that off, can you see now?
Yeah.
And all it's done, but it's brought in this same tones. Can you see? So it makes the same tones. So what we would do is I'd put that onto some black card, but I'll do that in a minute. But the other thing I've done, now, how many of you got our Once Upon a Time? Did you get that, Lily?
I have to say, I have to put my hands up. I did. I had to have it. Anything pink, princessy, glittery, sparkly, I had to have it. I must say, it was one of those, we're very lucky. Well, I say we're very lucky. We are very lucky to be able to see things very far in advance, but we're also very unlucky in that way because we have to keep it a secret for a long time. But as soon as I saw this, I thought, I need to get my Crafty mitts on that. What a stunning collection it is. There is a few bits left from the range. If you go onto the website, you will see that there's not an awful lot left, but if you did pick up that collection, gosh, that's going to work perfectly with these ink pads. It will. And I just thought, you know, this is what I talk about it all the time, don't we? I don't know how you store your things at home, but I'm trying to... all over the floor, Corrine, at the moment.
I try to be organised, and I've got some totally Tiffany cases, some big cases. They were like 12 by 12.
Yes, yeah.
They were about 4 or 6 inches deep. At the moment, I can't see them on the website. I need to keep looking. I keep a collection in each one of those. But they go up on the shelf and then you forget about them. And then you go, oh, I need a sentiment. Don't forget you've got all your sentiments in your other collections. Yeah, you know, absolutely. One day, I'll be really organised and I'll catalogue all the flowers in all the different collections, and then I'll catalogue all the sentiments in all the different collections and have a list so that if I'm thinking, oh, I need a sentiment, I know where to go. But that's a long way off. That's like a dream of mine, to be able to get time to do it. And I'm imagining an Excel spreadsheet and colour coding and all sorts. Yeah. And then having like lettering locations in my craft room, a little bit like the warehouse, to be quite honest with you. But it's knowing the individual sentiments, isn't it? You're like, oh, I know there was a good one in, Say It With Flowers, that had this in, but then you know, you forget, don't you? It's funny, I was having that predicament last night. I was trying to find a sentiment to finish off my project, and I needed a sentiment that was like in 2 parts, because I wanted the first part at the top of my card, and I wanted the second part at the bottom. I thought, I know one of like the Nature's Garden or Sarah's Signature ranges has got something like that in it. I could see it in my mind's eye, but could I find it? No. Of course not. Now, these are pigment ink pads. So a pigment ink pad, as we were just saying, means that they stay wet for a lot longer. So all I've done here is I've just sprinkled it over with some embossing powder, and then I'm going to lift it back up. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave that, I'm going to put that over there, but leave the embossing powder. This is risky. I'm going to leave the embossing powder on there, and then I'm just going to start heating up my heat gun. Oh, we do have that on the Shop the Day page, actually, our heat tool. We've got both the UK and the US versions. That is an essential piece of kit. If you've not got yours already, definitely do check out that website to see that heat tool. You'll see Corrine use it a lot today. You will. We all use it, so it's essential. Now, this is going to go over here so I can see, hopefully you can see. It's quite a fiddly one to put on, but I'm trying to do it quickly, because what I want to do is get that done as quickly as I can. Come on, there we go. And then I'm just going to take it over, take it over to that, I don't know if I've been quick enough, embossing powder. So you can just see I've just got the embossing powder and just dropped it back in. Yeah, picked up a bit. Actually, what I did at home was I did like an area at a time. Let's just melt that one off again. Yeah. and just dip that one in again.
So
there we go,
like
that's working better.
Yeah, so
do an area at a time.
Like,
so what I'm doing is, while it's still wet, I'm picking up a bit more embossing powder, so it really creates a lovely enamel effect. Now I'm going to go up to the once and just dip it. So you have to be quick, because once it's set, you can't pick up any more unless you go over it with like your watermark ink pad.
Yes, yeah.
But there we go. You can see, I can really see that on there. Let me just pop that down like that. And then what I want to do is just straighten it up before that sets. And hopefully you can see on there, and I can pick that up. I'll pick it up with this one. That has, there we go. I'm forgetting they're not squeezy tweezers. Can you see now that has created a lovely enamel effect? So what you want to do is you want to stick that bit on to there. Come on, they're not squeezy tweezers. I get so used to using squeezy tweezers, I forget how to use the others, which I've actually already done just because it takes a few minutes. And then that is going to go onto my black circle.
I love that technique, because not only have you got that lovely raised glossy finish, almost like enamel, but you're also going to strengthen that sentiment as well.
It does. Can you see how that's... So you've got the shimmer and the enamel, so it really, really comes to life. So let's just get rid of that mess from there.
Yeah, always a good idea to wipe up that mat, because let's be honest, there'll be inky fingerprints everywhere.
There will. Now, don't worry if you get a bit of... Look, I do it all the time. You know, the... embossing powder on your glass mat. That's a great thing about a glass mat, is it cleans off really, really easily. Now I had some cloths, I'll find those in a minute. So let's bring in the card. I've got my panel, which is just a bit damp, so we can pop that on to there. And then... I'm
loving the colour tones on this. Do you know what? I probably wouldn't have put those 3 ink pad colours together myself, but they work so well.
Do you know what? I think you can't go wrong with most combinations with these ink pads, just because they're all of the same. So I'm going to pop that into the centre. You don't need to see that. And then all I've got left is... Now, the other one I keep forgetting about, you know our timeless butterflies?
Yes.
Now, the timeless butterflies comes with sheets that you can, you know, print, so that you've got the images.
Yeah.
But why not cut them just out of black?
Oh, what a good idea.
I think you've got about 35 butterflies in that collection.
Yes, it's definitely in the 30s. You get absolutely
So
tons.
why not, you know, I mean, you'll never be without a butterfly if you've got timeless butterflies. And this is what I'm saying. It's all about remembering what you've already bought and using it. So then, little bow, just tie myself. Again, you'll probably see quite a lot of little black bows today, just because we're using black card, so it works really well. Now, do you know what? A year ago, that black bow would have gone up there.
Oh, yeah, do you know what? It would for me as well.
But I've learned that bows don't have to go in the top corner. But really simple card, but look at how that shimmers with those ink pads. Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
I love that. You say simple, but it doesn't look simple. It looks like you spent an awful lot of time putting that together, but it's the power of those ink pads. That shimmer on the ink pads is absolutely divine. Now, you are getting all 10 colours, the complete range included in this collection. All 10 colours in there for your platinum price today of £43.13 or £57.53. If you've not got them already, you're definitely going to be wanting to add these to your Crafty stash, especially if you've got any of our other Spectrum Raw ink pads. You'll know how good our ink pads are, but these are amazing with that shimmer and shine. Wow, more of those on this afternoon's Craft Along. Corrine's going to be bringing us lots of incredible tips and techniques using these ink pads. Now, it's a bit, let's be honest, it's a bit I've been dreading. It's time for the game in Play Your Crafts Right. Are we ready? What game have we got coming up today? I dread to think. Oh my gosh, where is Brent? Okay, brilliant.
Where is Brent?
Oh dear.
That's probably not a question we should be asking on a Saturday morning.
He's probably still asleep. So that's where Brent is. Is that the game over? Easy, done. No, unfortunately not. Right. So today's game is Where is Brent? I'm playing for Team Facebook. I apologise in advance. I'll do my best. You know, I'm super competitive. This is why I don't like this game, because I'm never very good at it. And Corrine is playing for Team YouTube. Oh, apparently I'm hearing in my ear, we're going to have quite a strict time restriction.
Wow.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. We're not going any less than that, thank you.
No, we want our 10 seconds, please.
10 seconds doesn't sound like an awful lot. Right, good grief. We'll see how we go, but goodness me, yeah. Corrine playing for Team YouTube, I'm for Team Facebook. You guys at home play along. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see how we get on. Right, we're ready for the first one. Let's go for it. Where is Brent?
I don't know how.
Can you not count me down, please?
Oh, what do we write?
Oh. Got our lovely Jan on there.
Okay.
Works in product coordination team, our studio manager. But where's Brent? Do you want to go first?
I put under John's arm.
I've got under armpit.
Yeah, I thought I don't want to write armpit.
I felt a bit funny writing it. John's there.
There we go. Okay, fair enough.
It's a funny old game, this, isn't it? Blimey. Right, we're ready for the next one.
Yeah.
I wonder how you guys at home are doing.
Okay.
Right, next one. Let's have a little look. Where is Brent? Let's have a look.
Oh, we don't know yet.
Got a little delay.
Here we go. Right.
Right. Are we ready?
No, we're not having it yet.
Hold the line caller. Oh, where is Brent? Good question. Oh, yeah. Can I just say, we are being counted down in our ears, which is very difficult.
Do you know? I'm just thinking of the discussion in the office. Well, Brent, we want to play a game. Where is Brent? Can you come and take some photos of you all in funny little positions, and we're going to superimpose them?
They must have had right fun. They did it when I was producing on Wednesday, so I wasn't involved. But yeah, I can imagine they had right fun. Right, I'll go first.
On the bin.
On the bin. Let's have a look. Is he on the bin?
There he is.
Yeah, that's our kitchen. Usually our lovely Christina is in there cooking up a storm, but we've got John
I just think John wants to prove that he knows how to wash up.
Wow. Debatable. He's not in today, so we can say that, but hopefully he's not watching. Right, we're ready for the next one. Where is Brent? Let's have a little look. Where is he? Oh, blooming heck.
Oh, I can see John. Where's Brent?
Oh, yeah.
Where's Brent? Oh!
Right, okay, I'll go first. He is on the front box.
Yeah, I was right. I've put bottom left corner on the racking. I didn't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I was struggling how to describe it. Yes, I think, yeah, it's just on the racking at the front. Let's have a look. Are we right?
Yes.
We are. There's our library where we've got all the products.
And there's our John peeping too.
Yeah. Right.
I think it's hard because you see John and you're like...
And then that's all you can see,
That's all you can see, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let me have a
Right, we're ready for the next one.
Do you know what? These make my tummy churn.
I get ever so nervous. Right. Let's go for it. Where is Brent?
Oh!
Okie doke. Right. Shall I go first
Just
again?
a minute. I'm writing an essay. Right, okay, go on then.
She's writing a novel.
I put on the pens at the bottom shelf.
Yeah, it's about the same as me. Bottom left on shelf.
Yeah.
So let's see if we're correct. Yeah.
It's quite a hard one to do, to know what to write, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, we find him. But it's just knowing what we need to write to describe it. But there we go. We seem to be succeeding so far.
We're doing all right. We've got a last one for this round.
This could be a draw because...
we are at the moment.
Unless they're going to get harder.
They might do. Where is Brent? Let's have a look.
All right, next one might be more specific. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see him?
I think I can. Right.
Oh! I didn't see him. I've just put...
Too late. Yeah, you're right. Timed out, Corrine. Timed out.
I think I just didn't get to write it. Dress. Right. There was a plant on the dresser with something pink on. Was that Brent?
She was out of the time. She's in the lavender.
Can we have a look?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I put. Look.
Out of time. I'm going to have to go to the independent adjudicators in my ear.
Yeah, you didn't say we had to write it down within 10 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, Corrine, the producer's in my ear.
Okay, fair enough.
That's that round done. We can relax for a bit. This game is so stressful. So stressful. Now, me and Corrine are just, we're either going to take this outside and have a bit of a duel, or we're going to have a lie down and try and unwind. But while we do that, we're going to play a little break. Gives you guys at home time to check out those baskets. If you've got those Shimmer ink pads in your baskets, now's the time to hit checkout and make sure that you've secured that purchase. We will be back after this break, we hope. Hopefully Corrine's not run off and said I've had enough of today. But after that, we're going to have plenty more deals, lots more inspiration, but make sure you do check out those baskets.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. Have you checked out those baskets? How did you get on with that game, more importantly? I hear a few people think I was a little bit harsh. I was definitely very, very harsh. It's the only way I can win these games, let's be honest. I'm not usually the best at these games. However, George is saying he was going to give you the point, Corrine, but unfortunately, producer Jamie actually overruled George. So we'll have to see it. We'll have to see how we get on in this next round. You watch now, Karma will coming back and I will not get a single one, but hey. Anyway, lots of you guys playing along at home. Deanna's got 5 out of 5, so has Lynn Harvey. Wow, you guys at home are doing great as well, which is fabulous to hear. However, we've got an amazing Colour Me Happy coming up tonight. And I just want to share with you a few of the deals that we're actually going to be bringing you later today. Just give you a little bit of a sneaky peek. Perhaps you want to get in early, secure those purchases, and then you can sit back and enjoy Corrine's demos tonight in the knowledge that you've got those goodies winging their way to you. Now, I say it time and time again, I love my colouring, and I love colouring with a range of different mediums. And one of the sort of colouring mediums we don't see an awful lot, perhaps not as much as our other sort of ranges here at Crafters Companion, are our amazing colour blend pencils. These are absolutely fabulous. They are pencils that allow you to blend very, very easily and create the most dimensional, the most amazing looking coloured artwork. If you're colouring your stamped images, maybe even drawing your own artwork, you've got the different colour tones in there that blend together, whether you're just blending them sort of pencil to pencil, or maybe you're even bringing in your blending solution, you're going to get those amazing dimensional effects using these pencils. And we've got an absolutely show-stopping deal on this one. You're getting 72 pencils in this star buy, 3 different tins, 24 in each tin, giving you the 72 in total. An amazing saving, taking this down to £28 or $40 in the Platinum Club. Wow, you're getting over 50% saving on this, which is amazing. They come packaged in these fabulous tins, so great for storage. You don't need to worry about getting any other storage solutions. I store them in the tins and it protects them really well and it makes them easy to find. Well, I've got our essentials in there, and one of the most important pencils I'd say in the whole range is that white one. Great for adding your highlights. You can even use it to sort of blend the different colour tones together as well. So your essentials, great to have that included because as the name suggests, it definitely is essential. You've also got your primaries included. Lots of different colour tones in there as well with your purples, you've got your browns, your reds, all sorts of different colours, great for working together, great for blending, 24 pencils in that one. And then finally, you're also getting your naturals. Again, real range of colours in there, specifically designed in mind with that sort of more nature sort of colouring, but of course you can be using it with any sort of image that you're choosing to colour. 72 pencils in total across the 3 tins, amazing saving, over 50% discount on this. If you think of it this way, more than half of this you're not paying for, which is absolutely incredible value for money. Platinum price today is £28 or $40. Perhaps you've never seen these pencils before. You can actually use them alongside your alcohol pens as well to add even more depth and dimension. But if you've not seen them before, then you're definitely going to want to get a little bit of inspiration from our Corrine. So Corrine, have you recovered from the game first of all?
I have. We're absolutely fine. We're fine.
Phew.
Now look at this. I don't know if you can see on here. Look at these. All of these colours, aren't they? It's too much to get even onto one shot. Absolutely gorgeous. Now these are a wax pencil. They're not blended. There's no other fillers or carriers or additives in these. These are a pure wax pencil. So you're going to get some amazing effects with these. I just want to show you, just to quickly show you, if I just push those out and bring in here. Let's just pick out, I'm going to pick out let's pick out a couple of contrasting colours. So let's go, I'm trying to pick some colours that I'm not using in my demo. So we can come, let's go purple, and then I've got citrus and mauve. But if you go really lightly, you can put them on. And like I said, they're a gorgeous, gorgeous wax pencil. So you can lay down your colour just like that. And then you can come with your second colour and you can run it up and then you can blend it in.
Oh, wow.
And then you can just come back with your second colour. I wanted to do, you know, quite, and then what I would be doing is just running over until you've blended them together.
What cardstock are you working on?
I'm just working on multi-purpose.
Oh, brilliant.
What do you normally work on?
Do you know what I do as well? I work on my multi-purpose. You want something that's got a slight, it's a bit of a funny expression, a slight tooth to it.
Yeah.
Now your Nina is super, super smooth. It's great for your alcohol pen colouring. But because it's so smooth, it doesn't have much of a tooth to it.
Doesn't grip?
It doesn't grip, yes. So your multi-purpose has a little bit more of a tooth. It allows you to layer these colours because that's what colouring with your pencils is all about. It's about layering those colour tones, and multi-purpose is absolutely perfect for that. Both A4 and A3 you'll find over on the website, so do check those out. But it's nice and easy. You'll have that in your Crafty stash, so you're not having to buy any additional cardstock. Oh, now, look at this.
When you start to bring in your paper stumps and your blending solution as well, you can then get some amazing, amazing effects. But look at how those just blend together. Come down here with the yellow. I love the effect, how it just smooths out that colour if you then start to bring in your blending and there. But look at that, just two colours just quickly laid down on there. So I'll show you how I would use these now. Just trying to remember which tins I got which pens out of. Now all I've done here, and I have speeded it up because I knew we'd be playing the games and doing everything on here. So all I've done is I've taken my Dreams Take Flight stamps.
I love that stamp set. I use that time and time again, that stamp set. It's brilliant, isn't
I just wanted something that was going to be really easy to blend. So I've taken those there, and I've just stamped it, like we said, onto some multi-purpose card. Now, I'm not going to do these all, but I've got 4 colours here, 3 for my essentials and this one for my primaries. So I've got my carmine and my nectarine, I've got my vivid pink and my peach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair them up, and I'm going to pair them up carmine with the peach and the nectarine with the vivid pink. So quite a strong colour combination. And all I'm going to do is I'll start on this one. Let me just remember which order I did them in. So I'll start with my nectarine in the middle, and I'm just going to colour this out, and I'm just going to lay down, and straight away I can feel that wax, the way they lay down.
They're so creamy, aren't they?
They are. And there's, like I say, there's no fillers in these. They're just pure colour. So I'm just going to lay that down there. Then I'm going to get my pink, and I'm just going to bring that one down. And they colour so beautifully. It's not scratchy. It just feels absolutely amazing. So we can then bring that one down on there, and I'm just going to overlap those colours just slightly, and then I'm going fairly intense colours because of the effect. But can you see even already where the colours are melding together? You can see, you can just work them down, and you almost lose the, you know, where one goes to, so 1 minute that's nectarine, and then it's your vivid pink. It just comes like that. So let's just do the bottom wing. I'm going to do all of this bottom wing down here in the same combination. So that comes there. That's it. Sometimes I look and then I can't see where it comes to. So we can just do. Don't have to worry. I'm not going to do. You know, you could do individual sections if you wanted to, but I just wanted to do something nice and quick just to get an amazing result. So then we can pop these. But you've got so many colours. You're going to have so many combinations. Now again, where you hold your pencil is going to impact the intensity of the colour. So I've got this, I'm coming quite a way down. They're quite a nice thick pencil. They're not a skinny pencil because they are just so full of the wax. You don't need, you know what I mean, you've got the outer shell's quite nice, not overly thick, but it just sits. They're quite ergonomic.
I know what you mean, yeah. It's a difficult one to describe, but I've always found them really quite comfortable to hold and to work with.
You're not feeling like you know, if your dexterity is not as good, you're not feeling like you're having to really grip because they hold. Now, the further you come up the pencil, the lighter it's going to be because you don't put on as much pressure. So once we've done that, I'm then going to come in with my carmine, and I'm going to do it about the similar sort of height. Again, like I say, if you come further up, you're going to get less pressure, but it depends how dark you want it. So we can put that on there. Let me do this one as well.
And what ink pad did you stamp your images
I've done it just with my alcohol proof because I'm going to be using, so just my finesse one, because I'm going to be using my blending solution. So I worked on the basis that it's a solvent.
Yes.
So I thought it worked better with the alcohol proof than with the waterproof.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't know, that was my logic.
That makes sense to me, yeah, definitely would agree with that one for sure.
But yeah, if you're just colouring with your pencils and you're not doing anything else, then I would imagine you could use most ink pads.
Yeah, you can use any, because if you're just using your pencils, it's not like a wet medium or anything like that. It's just a pencil, so you could be using your waterproof, you could be using your quick dries, completely up to you. But yeah, wow.
Yeah, because I'm going to use my blending solution. So we can lay down those colours. Now you can always go back in once we've used the blending solution and add in a bit more. So you can see how we've got that. So all I've got is It's the blend, I can't tip it over because I've got the lid off. So it's the blended solution. I'll show you the front of the bottle. And I've just put a little bit in a cap. This is just a paper stump. Now I know these do sell out, but you can probably pick up paper stumps if you want. So all I'm doing is wetting that blending solution, and then I'm just going to run over that. And now straight away, if you compare, you can see how it smooths out that colour. And then I just run it up into the pink. And then I'm just going to trot that one round, and then I'm going to come down with that side and smooth it out. And you can see, now the longer you work on this, then the better the blend. But can you see how that has blended one into the other? So we can then come on here.
Wow, that looks amazing. It's almost like intensifying that colour.
It does, doesn't it? If you feel like it's not intense enough, just give it a minute for that blending solution just to dry off, and then go in and add a bit more pencil and blend again. And I was doing that quite a lot, so I can just blend there. When you've got a colour that you want, I just tend to get my scrap piece of paper and just run off the colour on there, because this is just a paper stump. You can sharpen these and do, but just run it off. So I'm going to come here with the red. Oh, I've just done the red. What am I doing? I should be doing the orange. There we go, the orange. And I'm going to do that one because I'm working quite quick. And you can see straight away, they almost move, don't they? And then come in with the pink.
I love that colour combination. It's so summery, it's so bright and vivid.
Yeah.
But it just shows how creamy, how lovely those pencils actually lay down. You can get those blended effects so easily with just the two colourways that you're blending together there. Wow, doesn't that really pop?
What I'm going to do is I'm just coming in with my denim blue, and I'm just going to go round the edge. Now don't get hung up about this because we're going to blend this out. So all I need to do is scribble this down. This really doesn't need to be a precise thing. So I'm just coming round with the blue, just round there. And we're going to go all the way around.
Brilliant. Doesn't that just make it really pop out the page?
It does, doesn't it?
But it's nothing particularly difficult. You're literally just going around the edge using that blue colour tone. You could be using a grey if you prefer, but the blue does really make
it does, doesn't it? The blue, I just thought lifted it. Let's just make sure my paper stump is just a bit cleaner. Let's just then just rub that off. There we go. And then I'm going to come in and just almost blend it away to nothing. So just not getting rid, but just, it's quite hard to see at first because obviously you're wetting the card.
Yes.
But if you just trust it, it's just literally running around and almost thinning that out. And there we go, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? So if you did that a few times, you get...
Oh, wow.
There we go.
That
Can you
was
see
amazing. Yeah,
how we've gone?
I love that.
You don't need to see you doing them all, but that is exactly the same way to do it. I'm just going to put the lid on my blending solution. There you go, just so I can show you. There you go. That is the blending solution you need to look for. So really, really simple card, because I don't think I need anything too fancy. So as you see, I've used my stitched edged ovals, and I've just used the neck size up from there. So I just use 2 pieces of card and take the centre out of each. I'm going to do it with my tape pen.
We've just had Marianne's just asked what paper did you use. We did cover it earlier if you've just joined us. It is the multi-purpose cardstock that Corrine's using to colour with.
Yeah.
So nice and easy. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already got that at home.
Yes, it just grips and it just holds it nicely and does. So yeah, there we go. And that one will fit over there. Just making sure that lines up lovely.
Oh wow. And again, the black borders on there, those black mats and layers really do make those colours pop. It looks absolutely fabulous, especially given that you've stamped in the black ink pad as well. It just sort of ties everything together really nicely.
I did warn that there's going to be quite a lot of black around today, but just I think when you're doing lots of things like the colour, I don't want to add another colour and detract from what we've got. Now I just need some foam pads. Oh, I've got some here. There we go. I just want to put a foam pad or 2 on the back of here, just like that.
Definitely do be checking out that matte black card on the website. If you're anything like me and Corrine, I'm sure you'll be getting through an awful lot of your black card. I tend to have several packs in reserve, I have to say.
Then what I'm going to do is line all of those points back up. If you want to put a little bit of wet glue on the back of your foam pads so that you can do, but can you see we've lined all of those butterfly? By cutting it out, we know they're all going to line up absolutely perfectly. And then all I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this with my glue gun, is I have just stamped myself a sentiment and cut that out. And I'm doing it with hot glue for a reason, so that it will grip nice and quickly. So you can see, so I can bend it and add that little grip. And then, again, I've got a bow. If you want it, let me work out. I don't know. No, I don't think without. I don't think I want it actually. Now I've put it all together. There you go. I'm just going to show you on there. But that's the colour blend pencils and showing how they blend beautifully with that blending solution.
Absolutely, what a beautiful card. I love that technique, love the colouring, love the colourways as well, love everything about that. Looks absolutely fabulous, but it just goes to show the clue really is in the name with these pencils. They do blend so beautifully and so easily, and you guys at home can be creating something as stunning as Corrine's card there when you do get your star buy with your colour blend pencils home. You're getting 72 pencils in this collection, an amazing saving of over 50%. Platinum price is £28 or $40. You're getting your 3 sets in here with your primaries, with your essentials, and then finally you're also getting your naturals. 3 sets of pencils. They are coming to you in those tins, so packaged beautifully, makes a great gift. Maybe you're thinking 3 separate gifts. Of course, you could be splitting this down for 3 crafty friends. Absolutely amazing saving, over 50% to get all of those pencils home. Absolutely brilliant. Star buy on those for sure. We'll have a little look at those in more detail on tonight's show on Colour Me Happy. Now we've got some more amazing deals that will be coming up on tonight's show. Just want to give you a little sneak peek, share a few of those with you. And Glossy Highlights is one of these deals. They're one of those things that you have in your crafty stash. You always need a few in reserve. These are absolutely brilliant for highlighting, as the name suggests, any of your designs, whether they be stamped designs, maybe they're going to be some of your pattern papers and you just want to bring out that little bit of gloss, that little bit of shine onto elements of those designs. It's a liquid medium. It's a clear 3D medium and it gives you almost like that enamelled effect. It's got a fine applicator on there, so you can be really quite precise with this if you want to be. It's great for adding things like balloons, perhaps cherries on the tops of cakes, Rudolph's nose, all that sort of thing. Glasses, yeah, absolutely, whether it be like somebody's glasses that they're wearing. I'm thinking the gnome collection, perfect for use with the accessories on the gnomes, great for like wine glasses, celebration champagne glasses as well. So many different techniques you can do with this, but we're not just giving you 1 in this collection, we're giving you 3. But when you get this collection home today, you're only paying for 2 and you're getting 1 for free. It's a buy 2, get 1 free deal. Platinum price is $9.58 or $11.18 to get all 3 packs, all 3 sort of bottles, 30 mils in each of your Glossy Highlights. Definitely a great time to stock up on those. Now, talking of great savings, we've also got a fabulous bundle of our metallic markers. Now, these are always super, super popular whenever we bring you these metallic markers, and you're getting a collection of 3 sets. You're getting 18 pens in total. They're filled with a premium water-based ink and a metallic pigment, which allows you to create this lovely metallic shimmer and shine on all of your designs. So you're getting 3 sets. Your first one is your rare minerals. You can see all the different colours you're getting. You're getting your amethyst, blue topaz, jade green, that lovely citrine, red garnet and pink quartz. That's your rare minerals. In this collection of 18 pens, you're also getting your precious metals, and I think these are going to be the ones that you'll be using time and time again, your sort of go-tos that you'll be using over and over again in all of your different crafting. In this collection, where you've got your gold plate, your gold nugget, burnished copper, antique bronze, pewter and silver ingot. Really useful collection to have in your crafty stash. And then finally, we're also bringing you as part of this collection your antique elements, which brings together your ancient bronze, aged copper, rose gold, tarnished silver, vintage satin and finally antique pearl. You've got that lovely metallic shimmer and shine. You can be using it with all your hand lettering, perhaps you're into your calligraphy, or maybe you just want to be colouring your stamped images, maybe doing a little bit of faux stitching on the edges of your designs. Do it with these to get that lovely metallic shimmer and shine. They look absolutely stunning. Platinum price for all 18 pens is £22.40 or £37.60. A great saving, and they are just lovely. They work brilliantly on your black, but you can use them on your paler colours of cardstock if you prefer. So completely up to you. You'll just get a slightly different effect depending on the colour tone of cardstock that you work on too.
I've got a lovely demo to show how those work later, so we'll be doing that in Colour Me Happy.
A little bit of a tease, but make sure you actually get these. You can get them now, and then you can sit back, relax, and enjoy Corrine's demos later. It's definitely the best way to shop, because then you know you're safe in the knowing that these are winging their way to you. Now, that's all the nice bits of the show. Now we've got the scary bit. We've got round 2 of the game.
Where is Brent?
Where is Brent?
Where is Brent?
Bringing in my whiteboard. Are we ready? Right, I hope you guys at home are ready. We're ready. Right, we've got a 10-second countdown. You've got to show your board within that 10 seconds, and we've got to describe where is Brent.
Okay.
Now, are we ready?
I think we are.
Ready as we'll ever be. Let's bring up the first one.
Get
Let's go
ready.
for it. Where is Brent? Okie doke.
Oh.
Right.
Right. I've never been so fast in my life. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
In the menu behind John.
Yep. Menu behind John. Yep. Is it? Ooh, should we find out?
Yes.
It certainly is. Thank goodness for that.
Poor John looks fed up.
Oh dear, he's had a hard day. Well, I think his coffee's run out. He's drunk his coffee. Maybe his coffee's gone cold. But yeah, he's sat in our cafe and Brent's just hiding behind. Right. Are we ready? Next one. Let's have a little look. What have we got? Where is Brent? Here we go. It's coming up. Ooh.
Oh. Oh, where is he?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Couldn't see anything.
I just wanted to put something I put on shelf, but I couldn't see him, in all honest. Yeah, I wonder if any of you guys at home have got this, because I've certainly got it wrong. Corrine's not got an answer.
No.
Where is he? I want to know. Oh!
Where is he?
Where is Brent? Let's show it.
Wow! In the box.
That was really, really hard.
That one, didn't see that.
Yeah, no. It's too dark. There's not enough colour contrast.
But once you see it, how can you not see it?
I know, that's the thing, isn't it?
How can you not see it?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that was hard, that one. Right, no points there. I wonder if you guys at home got it. Right. Are we ready for the next one? Where is Brent? Ooh, hold the line, caller.
Oh!
Right. It's funny because that desk is just on the left of where my desk is, so I'm used to seeing that, but I'm not used to seeing Brent in that position, let's be honest.
I don't know what it's called, but hopefully you'll allow this. On the house?
I know what you mean.
The little building?
I think it's a circus, if I'm right.
Okay, but it's a house, a circus. I had to write something quick.
Yes. So where is he? Is he? Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it could be a house, couldn't it? I don't know what it is.
I have a funny feeling it's a circus. I'll go through and check it between shows. It's funny because I see it every day, but I've never really thought, what actually is that? But it's a little model.
You get so panicky, I've got to write it within the 10 seconds.
What is it? It's trying to describe it. You're right, Corrine. Trying to describe exactly where he is is the hardest thing. If we could just point, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, they should give us a sheet so you can circle him.
Test sheet. Be like being back at school.
What was that? That's 3 done, isn't it, I think?
3, yeah.
Menu.
So 2 each.
2 each.
Right, next one. Where is Brent? Let's have a look.
Oh! Is that?
I think this is a hard one to describe.
Yeah.
Where is Brent?
Right, I have put on the desk, I think it's the joystick.
I've put his crouching on the desk. Let's have a look where he is.
Is that is he on the joystick? I don't know. I can see something, but yeah, on the desk.
Yeah.
That was hard to do.
I think we're both right. Can we have that? Independent adjudicators? Yeah, they're giving us.
Well, that's Lily's one because we've got 1 left and I'm 2 behind, I think.
No, you're only 1 behind.
Am I only 1 behind?
Yeah,
okay.
it was only the last, because both of us in this round, we've both
Oh, you
missed
wrote
one.
shelf when he wasn't, didn't you? That's right,
Yeah,
okay.
so could be worse.
Oh, we could get a draw. We could get a draw. Come on, Corrine. Come on, Corrine.
Where is Brent? Last one, is it? Where is he? This one's easy to describe. I'm slightly disappointed this is the last one. I expected the last one to be absolutely rock hard, but this one, I hope we both got it right.
I put cuddling John, oh, John's cuddling him.
In John's arms.
Well described.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a hard day for John, clearly, when they took these photos. So the scores on the doors are 10 to me and 9 to Corrine. Jamie, no, I'm 9.
8-9.
Yes, I'm giving
It's
myself
still a
this
win.
one.
It's still a win, but...
So 9-8, so Team Facebook, we've done it, we've won. Absolutely brilliant. What a relief. Now, we are going to be bringing you a little ad break to make sure that you're getting those baskets checked out. We've had a lot of excitement in this segment of the show. Had some amazing deals that we've brought you just before the game as well. So if you are needing that opportunity to check out those baskets, this is the time to do it. And while you're checking out those baskets, let's have a little look at some of these crafty fails.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much.
Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some...
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all out of time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. How did you get on with that game? Were you playing along at home? I have to say we did have a lot of fun with that game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys at home got those answers too. It's always a bit funny, isn't it? Play your crafts right. But we have got our 5 winners ready from Team Facebook. I did win, doing it for you guys on Team's Facebook. So we've got Lynette Price, congratulations, Jenny Briggs, Laura Simmons, Debbie Marshall Kerndale, and Jan Cole. So if your name has been announced, then make sure you email prizes@crafterscompanion.com. You'll see that at the bottom of your screen to redeem your voucher. So congratulations guys and happy shopping. Now, that's the game over and done with. It's now time to bring you a few more fabulous deals and some of the deals that are going to be coming up on tonight's Colour Me Happy show. We've got some fabulous cardstock that's great for use with your colouring mediums. We just showed you before the break those amazing metallic markers, and something that works absolutely perfectly with all of your metallic mediums are your black paper pads. We're actually bringing you a pack of 3 of these. 30 sheets in total, gives you those 90 sheets across this full collection. Premium black paper pad 3-pack works perfectly with your pencils, with your metallic pens. Amazing saving on this is bringing that platinum price all the way down to $15.60 or $25.20. You're saving over 30%. You can see somebody's already had a little play with this. They've actually used some of our glitter markers there, some of our metallic pencils. Just shows up so well on that darker cardstock. Premium quality, and it's black to the core. You can see when we rip through there, you've got that black.
That's really been a demonstration pad,
hasn't it? I must say I've not actually opened this one before we've come live, and I wasn't quite expecting that, but it does just go to show how well it does work.
What GSM? Because it's much thicker, isn't it?
It is much thicker. It's 240 GSM.
Yeah.
So it's nice heavyweight, isn't it?
Yeah. If I compare it with our pack, where it's the loose black card, this is definitely thicker and stronger.
I think GSM-wise, it is actually lighter weight.
Oh, is
I believe our black card is 300, I think.
Oh wow, this feels stronger.
I think the quality, it feels really strong. It's a lovely quality. It's got a nice smooth finish on there, but it's not too sort of shiny smooth. So it still will work perfectly with all of your metallic pencils as well. But 90 sheets included in there. 3 of these pads. I'm just showing you one. You're going to get 3 of these home. An awful lot for your money for just $15.60 or $25.20. Those are our premium black paper pads. Not easy to say at this time on a Saturday morning. Now, if you're looking to stock up on some of your cardstock when you're thinking about your different colouring mediums, perhaps you're going to be stocking up on your watercolour paper pads. These are coming to you from Spectrum Raw. You're getting 60 sheets in here. Again, a pack of 3, 20 in each pad, giving you the 60 in total. Amazing saving, again over 30%. Brings your platinum price down to $15.60 or $25.20. Any sort of water-based mediums, these are going to work absolutely perfectly with, whether it be your Aqua pens, your Aqua pencils, anything that you're blending out with water. Maybe you're using some of your ink pads with your water techniques as well. This is going to work absolutely brilliantly. A great time to stock up. This one's a little bit more heavyweight, with it being 300 GSM, 9 by 12 inches in size, so it's a round A4 size, being US letter size, working perfectly with any sort of water-based medium. A great time to stock up for just $15.60 or $25.20 for all 3 pads, which is amazing. And then finally, perhaps you're thinking about your alcohol pens, whether it be your Tri-Blends, your Classiques, your Illustrators, any alcohol-based medium, this is absolutely perfect for. It's our Nina cardstock. We were talking about it earlier. It's super smooth, allows you to blend and get that shading with all of your alcohol-based pens. 216 GSM with this one, 16 in a pack, but of course you are getting your 3 packs. giving you your 48 sheets in total for just £7.60 or $10.80. Like I say, it's definitely time to stock up. When you're saving over 35%, of course, you are getting your free gift. It does need to be a purchase of over £10 or $10, so perhaps you're getting this and some of the other paper pads. To take that purchase over £10, $10, you will get that amazing free gift, but a great time to stock up on your Nina card. Now that's your cardstock. You're thinking, I'm going for the watercolour card, but what sort of things can I use to colour onto that watercolour card? Well, how about your fabulous Spectrum Noir Aqua pens? Amazing saving on these. You're getting all 4 packs of these with your Aqua pens. They are a dual-ended pen. You've got your lovely brush nib on one end, and you've got that really fine bullet nib on the other. With them being water-based, ideal to use them onto that watercolour cardstock, then blend them out with water to get those amazing sorts of blended and shaded effects. From just one pen, you can get all those different colour tones just by diluting it with water. Now you will find a bundle on the website, but on your screens we're just bringing you those individuals. So first of all, we've got our essentials on the screen, so I'll show you the colours that you're getting in your essentials, and it truly is an essential collection. This one's great if you're going to be colouring any sort of characters. You've got great for skin tones, hair cones as well. We've now got the collection on the stream, so if you do want to be getting all of these sets, 48 pens in total, it's just £56 or $80. Great for all your shading, for blending out with water, or even if you've got your clear sparkle pens, you can use that to blend these out, and then every single colour that you've got in these pens can actually be a glitter colour as well, which is incredible. So first of all, you have got your essentials, all 12 colours in there. And then next we are bringing you your primary set. Lots of really key colours in there as well. I'm thinking great if you're colouring in your flowers as well, that would be absolutely perfect. And then next we're bringing you our floral design. Looks even better the right way around, that is for sure. But great, perhaps you're going to be colouring in some elements from that Wisteria collection from the Nature's Garden range. Going to be colouring in your leaves and your foliage will be absolutely perfect. But don't forget, in one pen you're getting all those colour tones simply by diluting with water. And then finally we've got our nature. Perhaps you're going to be colouring coastal scenes, landscapes. This is going to be ideal for that, but you are getting all of those sets included for just £56 or $80, 48 Aqua pens in total with that brush nib and your ultra-fine nib as well. So much included in that, an amazing saving, a great time to actually get into your water-based colouring. With a saving like that, it's absolutely perfect to sort of get in and get those baskets checked out. Now we're going to go over to Corrine for a demo. She's going to show us a few techniques using these fabulous Aqua pens, but first of all, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of that craft along that's coming up this afternoon.
Yeah, now a few of you have been asking about the craft along and what we're doing, maybe missed it earlier. So I'm just going to show you this. So I picked this up off Pinterest. There was a lady called Jan, I think her name was, and she made something very similar, but I just sort of took the idea and ran with it. So this is it. So you can see it rolls up. I haven't even got it done up properly here. It rolls up into a nice little container. You can give it as a gift or you can have it for storage yourself. Now I'm going to make it like this so it sort of finishes at that 4x6, but it's really easy to upsize it and create any size that you want. So you know, take the concept. I'm using it with the stencils that came with the glitter paste, but then the main thing I want to show you is the Shimmer ink pads. So we're going to be doing stenciling with them, we're going to be doing blending, we're going to be doing heat setting, we're going to be doing stamping, but this is what you get. See, we're going to make this whole case that unwinds, and when it opens up, it's got the 3 sections in here. Now, what I've put in here is I've put like, I've made some little blank card blanks to go in there. I've put little gifts into some of the other pockets, you know, little things that you could give somebody who's just getting into crafting, some little accessories, some little beads. It's entirely up to you, or you could just do it all with little notelets or little cards. And you can see they roll up. Now, my daughter said to me, you put that one upside down. I haven't, because when it rolls up, you see, it goes that way and then that way. That was why I put that one that way, but we'll talk about that. Then I just put a nice little flower on the front. We've done some enamelling with them on there, but then you can see we've blended and stenciled on the back as well. So that is what we're going to be making at 2 o'clock, so an hour and 3/4, maybe something like that. But for now, I wanted to show you the Aqua pens. Now, I'm going to be using most of the things that our Lily's just been showing you. Aqua pens. Then we've got a watercolour card. the premium watercolour card, the premium black card. So it all works together. So just to show you. Now, I had a look, and on the website in our sale, we have this stamp. So it's the Welcome to the World. Now, mine is quite black because I've used waterproof ink pad on it, and it stains them.
I have to say, mine at home looks exactly the same, Corrine. I love this stamp. I use it time and time again. But don't worry if it's stained. It doesn't affect.
It doesn't affect it. It's not going to affect it at all. The only thing it's going to be a bit harder to do is see where I'm going to be laying down my colour. But don't worry about this. Now, I'm using my stamping platform for a very good reason, and you'll see why in a minute. And what you'll also see is I'm going to work on the platform. I'm not going to take my cardstock off the platform. I'm going to leave it on there. So, let me just make sure. I want to make sure it's gripped really well. So let me just pop that on there. Right, I know I'm not going to be stamping there, so let's just make sure that grips really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the stamp, and then I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to get some of my pens. Now I've got 3, gold, heather, and scarlet. So all I'm going to do, now Lily says they are dual tips. So you've got the gorgeous brush at that end, and you've got your bullet at the other end. We're going to use the bullet in a minute, but for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to be colouring straight onto the stamp. Now, I can see, I know you probably can't because it's a stained stamp, because this is mine from home. I can see, you can see, look, it just goes on. But don't worry, you can see it's shiny, so that's on. So just put on here. Now you can pick out individual bits. I'm doing quite blocky colours, and you'll see why in a minute. But, you know, you can just pick out elements, whatever. Now that ink won't dry on there, so there's absolutely no rush. I'm going to take this in. The white band is the bullet tip, so it's really quick to open these out, and then I can come in with the red, well, the scarlet. We can pop that on. We can just colour that. I'm just colouring in the stamp, and I love stamping with mediums that aren't ink pads. I just think it's so much good. Don't worry if you miss any bits, because what we're going to do is going to work brilliantly. Then I'm going to come in with the yellow, and then, or gold even, sorry, I should call it the right name. And then I'm just going to colour over with the gold. There we go. Now, we learn from the best here. I learned from Leanne, and this is very technical. You pick up your stamp and you huff. You huff. So I'm just going to go, just to make sure everything's activated, turn it over, not wasting lots of time, and then I'm going to press it down. So that huff just makes sure everything's damp and done. Now, my paper underneath was dry. I've not moistened my paper. I'm just making sure I transfer that ink really, really well. I lift that off, and wow, look at that. Now, I want to leave that on there, and I've just got one of our mister sprays. Let me just, there you go, see it just sprays nicely on there. And a piece of kitchen oil. And I'm just going to spray over the top. And I'm just going to spray in the sort of direction I want it to go. Can you see just on here? Oh, so I'm just trying to get that, not very accurate. And once I've got it where I want it to be, and I can just stop it with my kitchen roll.
I mean,
just
you
like
can let
that.
it travel as much as you want, or you can stop it, completely up to you. But wow, doesn't that look incredible?
It does, doesn't it?
That looks like a proper, you know, piece of art that you've spent ages toiling away, painting and doing all these fancy techniques. But you saw how easy that was to create. Wow.
So then I'm laying down my 3 colours on the side, and I've just got a paintbrush in some water, and I'm just going to pick up my paintbrush, and I'm just, if you've got enough ink on here, you don't need to, but if you're running low on ink, I've just got a bit of water, and you can actually drag the ink there, but if you just feel like it's just missing a little bit, I'm just dragging that colour down. Just, if you need to activate it a little bit more, then go for it. Let me take that one out, I don't need that. And then I'm going to do the same with the purple, just picking up a little bit more. And on here. I'm not wetting it, soaking it, I'm just, you know, just taking a little bit. Now that yellow's actually covered really well. There we go, just like that. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my heat gun. It's just a couple of stages to the process, but it works. So we can just dry that off. If you've got any excess water, just blot. I don't need to get it uber dry, but I just want it dry-ish. So I can come in here, dry that off. There we go, that's drying off nicely. Just keep it moving, I don't want to scorch the card. I just want to dry it That's going to do enough for what I need to do next. Then I'm going to come in with my pens, and I'm just going to come to the bullet end, after telling you, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the colour, and let me just check that's, oh yeah, actually I might need to just go in because that was quite dry. I'm just going to go in. It's not picking up too bright, but you can see it a bit, so I can pick up there. Then I'm going to come round the edge. I was going to do it with the bullet end, but this one, the bullet isn't that. The bullet was a little bit scratchy, so I'm just picking out a couple of little bits of detail. Go in with the purple, and now we'll go in with, see if the bullet is working on there. And I'm just going to pick out detail on there.
Wow, how effective is that? But gosh, so easy to create, isn't it? But it looks absolutely amazing. Of course, you'll be using any colourways that you choose, but by working onto that premium watercolour card, it allows those colours to blend. The cardstock doesn't sort of cough colour or warp when you apply that water. So it's just having the right tools for the job, having that correct cardstock, having those premium quality pens. It just allows you to get those results really quickly, really easy. It doesn't matter if you're, really skilled at painting, if you've been crafting for years, or perhaps this is the first time you're ever going to be using your Aqua pens, and when you get them home, you're going to be recreating this technique. You can absolutely still get those amazing finished results, just like Corrine is, straight out the box. It's all about having the right tools for the job.
It certainly is. So you can just apply it in different ways, and then I'm just going to come in here and just pick out some of those reds just there, just picking out, you can apply it straight from the pen, or you can use your brush. Most of the time we do tend to use the brush unless we're doing real detail. And then I missed that one out. There we go. Let's pick up that. The more it dries, the more it'll let me put the colour on. Actually, I think I want to come in a bit more with my purple just down here. Let's do it with the brush. See if I can get it a better. And then I'll show you in a minute. We've not finished yet, and we can see it will come to life in a minute. And pop this just down here. Just get a little bit more purple. I love doing things with watercolour because you really don't have to be too exact. It comes to life on its own. So once we've done that, now the reason I've left that on there is because I'm going to bring my stamp back in, and I'm going to make sure there's none, I don't want the pen left on there, there's not much pen, and I'm going to come in with my waterproof ink. Don't use your alcohol ink because there's still moisture in that. It's not dry. So I'm going to come in all over with my alcohol. Tell you what else I want to do. I'm going to get the sentiment as well. Let's just pick that up. I'll do it separately. I was going to do it in one go, but I forgot to put it on. So we can pop that on just there, and then we can turn that around, and we can pop back on. This is why I didn't move it off my platform. There's no reason why you can't work on your platform.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to come in with my black ink.
Oh, I can't wait for the reveal of this. I know it's going to look absolutely fabulous.
And
look
now,
at that.
Can you see how it's really picked up that detail?
Amazing.
By putting that in? So the other bit I would do from the same set is just grab myself my sentiment. I was going to do it at the same time.
Absolutely love that sentiment.
We can then pop that onto there. Little bit of ink. Yeah, your waterproof ink pad does tend to stain your stamps, but it really isn't a problem because it's not doing any damage.
No,
it's just
absolutely not.
Changing there.
As long as they're clean, as long as you've not actually got the ink on them, if they're stained, it's not a problem at all.
So all I've done on the last one, you can see exactly the same, is just put myself a couple of pearls. And you know, this is the simplest card ever. So bit of yellow card, like say that black premium card. Let's do it just with our tape pens. That's right to the end. Right to the very end of that one.
Do you know what? Terry Anderson's comment sums this up absolutely perfectly. I could not agree more with you, Terry. Corrine, you have me mesmerised. I couldn't agree more. That technique is absolutely fabulous. It looks so arty, it looks so complicated. It looks like she's been struggling over that for hours. you saw how easy it was to create. Isn't it just
really
amazing?
And do you know what? It's having the right tools, isn't
Absolutely.
it? I mean, I know that sounds really obvious, but it really is having the right tools. You know, it's something, I've done this technique so many times now because you can just do it so easily. We're going to pop the black on just there, and then finally we're just going to come in and we're just going to put on, and like I say, this is the premium watercolour card and the premium black, because it's such a lovely, have I run out of that? That was down to silver as well.
She's finishing them all off.
Wow. Now this is a new one. I'm going to have to have words with Tracy and tell her I've taken 2 right down to the silver.
Wow. We have had a question in from Susie D, actually. This is quite an interesting one. Do you know how many black pen trays fill the black universal carry case, please?
Say that, how many?
Yes, how many of the trays can you fit in the black carry case?
I don't know, we'll have to try and work it out.
I'm not quite sure how many pens you get in a tray, but I know in the universal carry bag as a whole you can fit 216 pens.
Oh, you can get all of them in there, can you?
Yes, you can.
Well, the trays hold...
How much in a
They're
tray?
12.
12. So
Yeah.
216 divided by 12 is 80.
There you go.
18. Yes, that rings a bell now. Yeah, Jamie got the abacus out for that one. But 18 pen trays. Anyway, question
There you go.
answered. Let's have a look at that finished card. That card is absolutely
Do you know what? It's so
stunning.
simple, isn't it? You don't need to add anything else on. There you go.
No.
It's just, it felt very Aztec almost to me
yes,
when
I
I
know
was
what you
doing it, but I
mean.
just love that effect and having those colours coming out, and you know, I mean, you saw there was no colouring, there was no artistry. It was just about having fun with the pens.
Absolutely, and just letting the pens sort of do their thing, just letting the pens just sort of flow and just getting that arty technique, just absolutely stunning. If you want to create something like that at home, make sure you're getting your hands on these amazing Aqua markers. You're getting 48 pens included in this collection. Dual-ended, like we saw with Corrine, you've got that really fine bullet nib and then your brush nib as well. Just taking you through the colours, you're getting your essentials in this collection. You also get your fabulous primary colour tones. Your next set that I'd like to show you is your florals, and then finally you also get your nature. So you're getting all 48 pens for a platinum price of £56 even, or $80, and of course with that being over £10, you are getting that free gift with that purchase, which is fabulous. Now perhaps you're thinking of sort of what you're going to colour in using your brand new pens. Well, I've got an amazing bundle of stamps and dies that I'd like to share with you next. These are our colourable creator cards. I do hate saying that, but they are a fabulous collection of stamps and dies. Really popular already today. I think you guys are sort of cottoning on to that saving. It's an amazing saving on this collection. You're saving nearly £25 or $30, taking that platinum price all the way down to £42.39 or $48.79. 6-piece collection, 49 elements in total. I'd like to show you the different sets that you're getting as part of this deal. So first of all, you're getting the Thinking of You. And the way that these work is that you've got that lovely image, that full image stamp. It's going to be the focal point of any card or project, maybe gift bags, gift boxes, as well as cards. And then you also get your matching die that allows you to cut your image into your cardstock. But if you use that outer rectangle die, you can also cut that image out as a panel. So you've got options. You can stamp on its own, you can stamp and cut in, or you can stamp and cut out. And then of course, we don't just bring you that main focal image, we're bringing you sentiment, and some of them also have coordinating dies as well. I love that set with the 2 little birds. I think it could be really sweet. Could have lovebirds for there. It could just be 2 lovely brightly coloured tropical birds. Lots of options with that, but of course this one does have to be my favourite with the beautiful butterfly. You know I do love a butterfly. Same concept with this set, exactly the same sort of layout and structure for all of the 6 sets within this collection. You get your stamps, you cut in and you cut out dies, allowing you to create amazing effects. Doesn't matter how you choose to use them, you're going to get that fabulous result every single time. Then next we're bringing you this lovely Dragonfly Dream set. How gorgeous does that look, coloured in using some of your alcohol pens, but of course it could be your metallic markers, it could be those aqua pens that we've just shown you. You could even just be using this in black and white with a touch of glitter for a very striking monochrome effect. Looks incredible. That's your Sweet Roses. love that design, so much fun to colour. How about stamping it multiple times, snipping into those designs and actually decoupaging them up for even more dimension? That would look absolutely incredible. But main focal image and sentiments included as well. So it's going to make crafting really easy. You've got that focal image and then you've got the bits to actually finish off your cards and projects. So everything's contained within each set. You're not having to look elsewhere for a sentiment. And you've got sentiments that sort of coordinate with that imagery as well. You've got things like Happy Mother's Day, works perfectly with that lovely floral bouquet that we've got on there, and that is our special bouquet. Gorgeous design. And then finally, love this one. This would work perfectly with your glossy highlights that we showed you earlier onto that cherry. We've got that lovely Celebrate Your Day, your cupcake stamp with your cut in and your cut out dies, sentiments with coordinating dies as well. Absolutely stunning, amazing collection, 49 elements in total, stamps and dies across that collection, £42.39 or $48.79 in Platinum Club for all of those gorgeous crafty goodies. Now, if you're after a bargain today, then this one is definitely going to be one you're going to want to add into those baskets. 70% saving. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely ridiculous, quite frankly. 4-piece selection with 22 elements in total. But have you seen the price? £7.20 or $8.80. You're saving £22.96 or $28.84. Even more savings if you're in that Platinum Club. Good grief. You're getting all of this for that tiny price tag. First of all, you're getting your party. Oh my gosh, the price on this is just amazing. You're getting stamps and dies. You get that lovely balloon design in the stamp. You also get the die to cut it out. Then you get the coordinating stamps that allow you to build up your own phrases and your own sort of sayings. So it could be time to party, it could be party invitation, it could be let's party. You've got the freedom with these. You can build up your own sentiments for really personalised makes, which I think is absolutely fabulous. You've got your thanks as well. Again, same idea with your stamps and your dies. You've got that die that allows you to cut out your balloon stamp, and then you're coordinating sayings to build up those phrases. These work fabulously with our opaque pigment ink pads with a bit of your clear embossing powder over the top to give you that lovely shiny balloon-like effect. Or of course you could be stamping it and then adding some of your glossy highlights over the top. I think these are great for teenage cards as well. There's something really fun and quirky about these. Great for kids cards or male cards. Just mix up those colours and make them appropriate for that recipient, and you're going to get amazing results. This is our love set, so it could be lots of love, with love, I love you, options with this one to build those sayings, but that price tag is quite frankly absolutely ludicrous. Final set is the congrats. Gorgeous. I love the fact that it's congrats as well. I think that works really well with the style of the artwork that we've got in here. It's really fun and quirky. So I think by having congrats rather than congratulations, it just works absolutely perfectly. But the price, I feel almost naughty saying the price. It's such a ridiculous price. Wow, you're going to have to get these while you can. These are proved super, super popular today already. Let's be honest, I'm not surprised. It's £7.20 or $8.80. Oh my gosh, what a bargain. That, I think, has got to be the bargain of the day. Absolutely incredible. Now, we're going to go back to the Shimmer ink pads for Corrine's next demo. This is, of course, our craft along that's coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Corrine shared with you earlier that incredible project that she's actually going to be creating as part of that craft along. You've got your 10 different ink pads within this collection. Every single colourway that we bring you as part of our Shimmer ink pad range. Look at the shimmer and shine that we've got on there. Just absolutely gorgeous. All of those 10 colourways. And they are pearlescent metallic pearlescent pigment ink pads, in that lovely ergonomic teardrop shape ink pad. Makes them really easy to work with, really easy to hold. You've got that fine end there, great for your more detailed applications, and then that wider rounded end is great for sort of laying down more colour wherever you need it to be. With them being pigment ink pads, you can of course heat emboss with these. You can use them for blending, for stamping, for layering. So many different options, but I think it's time to get a little bit more inspiration ahead of this afternoon's craft along. So Corrine, what we're going to be playing with now?
So this gave me the opportunity to go through all my crafty stash and grab out some bits that I like. So you might have them. If you haven't got these exact things, then you'll be able to just mix and match them. So I'm going to be using my resist stamps. I'm going to be using different stencils. So I've got my heart stencils, which is from here. I've got a couple of things from my Enchanted Dreams. I found a zigzag stencil. Oh, I've got some stamps, and I've got my new stencil from the glitter pastes. So we're going to just be mixing and matching everything around. But one thing I do love to do is to mask off like a border around the outside. So this is just some multi-purpose card, and then I'm just going to take a piece. This is like a washi masking tape. So if you've got any masking tape, it'll do. And I usually mask onto a piece of craft card because I find it holds quite well. So I have a couple of pieces at home that get used time and time again. And all I'm doing is going round the outside with the washi tape just to create a little border. This is just one that I picked up, but you can just see any washi tape that you've got would do this too.
You could even use your masking tape and cut it down into strips. That
Yes,
could work,
your masking. It is very similar to your masking tape. It really is. Right, so I've got that one there, and I've also got. I'm going to start with my smaller one. Now this I've done onto the watercolour card. Tell you the truth, I don't remember what my thought processes were, why I felt I needed to do it on watercolour craft card, but it works just as well. So I'm going to start with the script stencil, and I'm going to come in with my Starlit Sky. So I'm just going to use my daubers. You can see this is our Leanne's tin of daubers. Don't tell her that Tracy got it out. And I'm just going to pop it through in random places. Now remember, these are pigment ink, so the molecules are quite big. So I'm having to work with this one because it's quite big molecules, and can you see how small the elements are on this stencil? But at no point do you ever have to use the whole of a stencil. And you'll see as I go through this, nowhere am I ever, I'm just going to use bits and pieces. Sometimes go to the edge. When I go to the edge, I tend to go right onto that washi tape. And sometimes just in the centre, different bits, you know. And then when we've got to there, we can then grab that. Can you just see, look? Wow. And then I can move it down. Just make sure I don't overlap too much. There we go. And I'm going to come down in this corner and then just force it, through those areas, and then we can put a little bit more coming across. There is no right, there is no wrong. It's just, you know, enjoy having a play. So we can pop those. I can just do a little bit quite light in the middle. If I need to put a little bit more on, I can always go back in and add a little bit more. So you can see we've got a little bit of script on there. So that one was with the Starlit Sky. Then I'm going to get my hearts, and that fits nicely. So let me change the dauber. So I'm then going to come in, I'm just going to put the lid on because then I don't accidentally reach for the wrong one. And I'm going to come in with the Queen Bee. And again, I'm going to be a bit heavier with this one. And I'm just going to come in and do sections. But can you see how that shimmers? Wow. Look at that. You can see straight away, can't you? And again, we're just going to pick areas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a couple of areas to go a bit more intense. And then we'll do some lighter areas. And I'm going to take these hearts all the way down.
And you're choosing not to sort of put your stencil into position using any sort of spray or adhesive? You just
no, because I want to be able to keep lifting it and having a look. So, you know, I'm just holding it in place. And sometimes I do. The only thing is you just have to be careful because of residue. What I could actually do was tape this one onto my scrap card. That would work quite easily.
I think with it being a background, you don't want it really perfect. You don't want that real clean line. So I think it works well just holding it into position, rather than having it really sort of firmly positioned into place.
What I do tend to do a lot as well is, because this is hearts, I tend to follow the shape of the heart as well. You could go completely random, but I'm just going to make sure I've got enough on there to pick up the, get the pigment ink. I've gone over there a bit more than I wanted, but there we go. Oops. You see if it moves, just pop it back in place and away you go again. You can just go. But that one is looking, can you see? Wow. So we've got the layers. This is what I love to do. So once we've got that, we've got those layers, I'm going to come in with my resist stamp, and I'm going to go in with amethyst.
Oh,
and now if you haven't got a resist stamp like this, which is basically just lots, almost like a background, and you've got some butterflies, create your own.
Yeah.
Because this is not going to look, there's no structure to this, it's all about being random. And I wanted to show you how beautifully they stamp as well. Even though those molecules of ink are quite large, you can still get a lovely stamp. So I'm just going to lift that up and put my mat underneath. Now, I don't know about you, when you use a rocker block, Lily, do you do it in a certain direction? I always rock away.
Yes, yeah, always.
So I'm going to just position that to make sure, excuse my head just for 1 minute, there we go, I can see. And then I'm just going to rock, I'm just going to come back and then lift.
Oh,
there
wow,
we go.
look
Can
at
you
that.
see? And that's picked that up on there. So all I'm going to do then is I'm going to, where's my purple gone? I could have done with that a little bit stronger, but never mind. It'll. Now, this is one time I am going to ink onto my mat. I'm going to pick up some ink, and I'm just going to colour in with some ink. Now, the more you dilute, the less shimmer you will see. So try not to dilute it down too much, but you can see straight away, as I'm looking at this, I can see, can you see how it's shimmering? There, look.
Yes.
It looks absolutely gorgeous. And again, I'm not going to spend overly long. I could have done with that being, like I say, a little bit darker, but you know, don't worry about that. We can just come in with this, and we can just pick up bits. So I can come down the edges, colour in bits just here, just add in detail. With this one, I can come in just there. Maybe I should have done it with the stamping platform so I could go back over it again. Maybe that would have...
I think it's nice to have it a little bit more sort of muted in the background. I think it works well for a background design. It doesn't always have to be, you know, that perfectly stamped, bold impression. I think
So you just keep going in with those. So I can come on with those, and then I would bring in my peach rose, do that one, and then I'm going to pick up that again. Hardly any water on there, and then you can just colour in that detail. Now, if you wanted to, I suppose you could do a bit like I did before and then over stamp again if you'd used your stamping platform.
Yeah, definitely, that would work well.
And then just keep adding in, and you can see we've gone right up to the edge, just there, just colouring in.
We've had a question from Debbie. She's asking where the script stencil is from, please.
The script stencil was Enchanted Dreams.
Brilliant, thank you. Yep, Debbie, Enchanted Dreams for that gorgeous script stencil. She's saying she's loving that one. Yes. I have to say, super useful stencil.
It really is, isn't it?
Wow.
It's what we were talking about earlier. It's about having those go-to elements, isn't it, that you know, remembering where you've got, and, you know, this has come from lots of different collections, but just colour that in now. Like I say, I've done it one. Oh, when you've done that, let me show you here, and then, remember we did that mask earlier?
Ah, yes.
And when you peel this off now, can you see you get that perfect border around the edge?
Yeah, almost like a frame, isn't it?
It is, it is. It's like a mat and layer.
Yeah.
There we go.
But it saves you having to use that extra layer of cardstock. So it's almost like a foam mat and layer. So you're saving on your card, you're saving on your the weight of your card as well if you're thinking about postage costs. So definitely a great little technique, that one. It just frames it so nicely, doesn't it?
There you go. You can see how that's framed. Now, the one I've got here is quite a bit stronger in colour, but I just did that. I think I did all these demos nearly 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So I think I might have double stamped, so I might have used my stamping platform. I totally forget. But again, with the black premium card underneath, so that's perfect. So you saw me stamp up, mask up another layer. So we're going to do this one here now, and I can pop that one on there. So I'm going to use some of the other bits now. Now this is what I love. Again, Enchanted Dreams. So I'm going to use a couple of rocker blocks so I can have a couple of bits on the go at once. So we can peel that one off, that will resist. And then you've got lots on here, and I'm just going to use elements. Let's then go I need that flourish in a minute. So let's just do this. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to use Starlit Sky. And I'm just going to use this all over. So we can do Starlit Sky onto there.
You will see those large rock blocks at the bottom of your screen. That's a large set. You're getting 2 included in there. Amazing half price saving on that. $4.99 or $6.99, even less if you're in Platinum Club.
Wow.
Amazing saving, half price.
It is, isn't it?
Gosh. And for a craft room essential that you're going to use time and time again, definitely time to stock up. Even if you've already got some rocker blocks, all of us guys, all of us craft experts here at Crafters TV, we have multiples of these.
We do.
Because they are so useful. Great for all your stamping techniques, but they are just wipe clean as well. You don't need to worry about getting your ink on them because you do have that technology on there where the ink is transferred just from the stamp. It doesn't matter if you get any ink onto that rocker block itself. They are absolutely fabulous and just make stamping so easy.
But don't always use the full, because you see I did it at an angle because I didn't want that corner to stamp, because I didn't want it to look like the end. So I just used, you know, just a fraction of the stamp. Yeah, it is a stamp, I'm thinking. And then, you know, you can just position it where you want, but don't forget you've got that masking tape on, so you can just see bits come down. I do like this little filigree element as well, and we can always go in and add a few more bits in a few minutes. So
absolutely, it's just all about building that design, isn't it? It's just starting with that blank page and then just stamping and starting to build up that design, having a play around with your composition and just adding and just playing until you're happy with the design that you've come up with. And that's what it's all about. I think that's one of the brilliant things about ink pads in particular. You've got that ability to just have a real play, get a little bit messy, a little bit inky, and just have lots of fun.
Right, so, I know what I wanted to do. I'm going to bring in, so all I'm doing is keeping my colours across the across the 2 layers, fairly similar. I know I didn't have any blue in the last one, but let's come in with this one with the dots with the yellow. And then we can pop some of that just on here. Again, at this bit, I'm going off all the time onto the masking tape, just so that I don't have, it goes right off the edge, just because that's the look I wanted to achieve. So this is the Queen Bee that we've used on the other bit as well.
There's so many gorgeous colours, isn't there, in this
collection?
There is. Just stunning.
Just see them building up, and it just looks amazing. So just, whatever texture stamps you've got, or just use little bits of different stamps and bring them all in and just keep adding that detail. So we can I'm going to do one more up the top. I'm not trying to do it exactly the same. I'm just, again, at angles, so you get different bits on there. Then I'm going to come in with, let's come in next with the, what do we call it, swirls and flourishes. And I'm going to pop that on. And I can feel this has got a little bit of spray on the back. Now, this is just, and I'm going to have to move it a little bit because you get about a 7-inch area, and that's just a little bit smaller. Now, where's the purple? It's there. There it is. So we can do the purple. I might grab, because I want this quite light. I don't want to overpower with the purple, so I'm going to try doing it this way. Let's grab this one. Now, look at that. You can see, can you see the shimmer? It's absolutely beautiful. So let's pick up some off there. And then, now, the centre of this, we're not going to be able to see because it's going to be the base layer. So you don't need to over worry about that. So we can just, come round the outside, just on here. And again, I'm just overlayering. Now, I had a really lovely conversation one time with our Debbie Fisher once when I did some stenciling. You can use as many different stencils as you like and really layer them up. There's no reason you have to just stick, when you're stenciling, with one layer. Have a go and bring in lots of different layers. Do you know, I would never have crafted like this. This is all new to me and I absolutely love it.
It's so much fun, isn't it? Just to sort of step outside your comfort zone,
Yeah.
do something a little bit different. We're all the same. We all have our sort of go-to styles, whether it be products that we tend to use time and time again, or card layouts or techniques that are sort of our go-to. But sort of just step outside that comfort zone. Maybe you've never really tried ink pads before. You've never sort of done mixed media. Get yourself a pack of these ink pads, have a go, follow along and craft along with Corrine with her craft along this afternoon. Just get a little bit messy, get a little bit inky. Honestly, it is so much fun. I tend to be a little bit more clean and simple with my card making, but I know whenever I have a day where I get all my inks out, get all my pens out, perhaps I just have a background creating session, I don't worry about making finished cards. I just want to have a play. Honestly, it is so much fun. There's something so creative and so sort of freeing, if you like.
It
by
is.
Just starting off with that white cardstock, isn't it? And then building it up to what is truly a piece of art. That is just gorgeous. But it's just laying, it's just playing. And like Corrine's saying, it's looking what you've already got in your craft stash.
You know, I don't know if anybody saw, but I did a flower making masterclass a week ago or so.
I certainly did,
and I made my own stencil. Using the dies, the leaf dies. So if you think to yourself, well, I don't have any stencils, well, I just did it out of craft card.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's sticky
I'll
that
tell
way.
you what works quite well. If you do have any sort of coated cardstock in your crafty stash, that works really well when you're creating your own stencils, because when you're adding slightly wet mediums, it tends to repel them a little bit and it doesn't go as soggy.
Yeah.
But if you do have materials like Mylar already in your craft stash, or acetate, you can use that as well. But like Corrine says, just a bit of craft card can be a slightly manky old doggy bit of card if you like. Create your own stencils and look what you've already got in your crafty stash. You might have never thought of using perhaps leaf or flower dies to create stencils, but just have a go, just have a play. And I always say, at the end of the day, it's just a piece of card.
It is.
If you're not happy with it, I always say, don't throw it away straight away. Leave it to one side, go away, have a cup of tea, come back. You might look at it with a fresh pair of eyes and say, do you know what, it just needs another layer. And a saying by another crafter, well-known crafter, and I think this is absolutely genius and it's so true, you're only one layer away from magic. Just keep layering, just keep working. You might not be happy with it now, but just add another layer, just have another play and rework into that design and you can get something that you're truly happy with.
Yeah.
So often people say, well, how do you know when to stop? And I always say, you stop once you're happy with it. If you're not happy with it, keep going.
Yeah, and you know what, I think that applies, there we go, look at that. Can you see just how we've done all those layers? Now, sort of, mix and match. You can go as dark or as light as you want. And then I'm then going to, oh, look at that. We're going to peel that one off.
I've honestly, Corrine, I don't know where this 2 hours
I'll
have
show you.
gone.
We're about to run out of time, so I shall bring this in and show you how this, so that we can include it. So all I've done, matte and layered them onto black. I'm going to pop that one on like that. I'm going to pop that one on like that. Then I've used the exact same stamps, dies, sorry, no, not inks. That's what I was looking for, to stamp out happy and birthday. And there you go. That's what that one.
I absolutely love that, Corrine. Wow.
Right. Sorry, I had to rush there because they suddenly said we were about to run out of time.
Right.
So that's all with the Shimmer ink pads, but I just want to show you, look at how the light catches on those. Look at those. Beautiful, isn't it? So there we go. Right.
Right, well,
Shall I show you what I've done?
Yes, let's get the vote in. Let's have a look what Corrine's created this morning.
Okay, so one was using the Shimmer ink pads at the beginning and an embossing folder. One.
Love it.
Two was the colour blend pencils. There,
Beautiful, love that.
Three was our Aqua pens. And then four is on here, and I'll stick it down while you're voting, is with the Shimmer ink pads again.
Oh, can I just say, I am so pleased I don't have to vote because they are all absolutely stunning. So many different techniques. I certainly feel inspired, and I'm sure you guys at home are feeling exactly the same. Now, something that Corrine used an awful lot in those demos, super useful set of tools, really. You need these in your crafty stash. We've actually been bringing you these here at Crafters Companion for years and years and years, and there's a reason why it's still a core line in our product range. they're just essential and they just work. They just do the job. They allow you to stamp so easily, a lot easier than other blocks you might have used in the past. You've got that technology in there. You use that rocking motion, very easy to do. Gives you that perfect stamped impression every single time. You're getting the 4 different sizes, right from that large block down to that tiny diddy little block. All 4 of those, half price deal. Platinum price on those is $3.99 or $5.59. Absolutely amazing saving on those, half price. Now perhaps you're thinking, I've got an awful lot of big background stamps, I need slightly larger rocker blocks, or maybe you've got some of your big border stamps as well. Just thinking, if you tuned into last night's masterclass, that whimsical lantern border stamp will be perfect on that size of rocker block. We've got your large rocker blocks for you. It's a pack of 2, again half price deal at just $3.99 or $5.59. Absolutely amazing saving. Great if you are a beginner as well. Now's the time to stock up on these essential tools that you'll be using. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been crafting for years, you need those in your stash, certainly at that price. Now, talking of building up your stash, how about getting some ink pads? We've had a look at our shimmer ink pads, but maybe you want something a little bit more matte, something that's going to be able to blend with water, something that you can paint with. You can do your backgrounds, you can ink your embossed designs, you can do your letterpress. So much you can do with these. These are your water reactive ink pads from the Spectrum Raw range. The colourways you've got your Frosty Jade, you've got your Smoked Pearl, you've got your Pumice, I can never say that, you've got your Damson Wine, that gorgeous deep purple, you've got your Spar Blue, and then finally you've also got your Anthracite. All 6 of those water reactive ink pads for just £22.40 or $34.40. Amazing saving on those for getting all 6 of the full size ink pads. Now we do have a result in for a demo of the show. Ooh, I did say I couldn't call it because I don't know what I'd vote for myself, but demo of the show is demo number 4.
Number 4, there you go. I've just finished gluing that down, so there we go. Thank you very much, perfect.
Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, I'm feeling super inspired, and if you are inspired by that, you're definitely going to want to tune in for that craft along. It's 2 o'clock here this afternoon, all about the shimmer ink pads. Corrine's got that amazing project that she's going to be sharing with us. I have to say, I'm super excited. I sort of wish I could be crafting along at home, but the great thing about our shows is the fact that you can catch up. So if you want to sit back, relax and enjoy that craft along, and then actually recreate that project in your own time, you can absolutely be doing that. But make sure you do join us back here at 2 o'clock. Get those shimmer ink pads checked out if you've not already got them in your crafty stash, and we'll see you back here for another fabulous show. Thank you to Corrine for this morning, and we'll be back together again at 2 o'clock. So we'll see you in just an hour. Bye bye.